Morning! Today we are going out in the box again for a hack. I am so excited. We are going to a place called Hankley Common, which I've never been to before, but of course I've stalked it on Instagram and it looks very beautiful. There's a lot of lovely trails. So I'm going with Lyne and lovely Lyric, who is the grey that you would have seen in a few videos now. She knows the path she wants to take, so I think it's a loop that will take us about 2 hours, probably about 10 miles. So I'm very excited. So I've just got to the yard. It is 8:15. We're leaving at about 9:30. So I'm going to go say good morning to Woody, get our stuff ready, make sure he looks sort of relatively tidy and clean, and then load up and go. Hopefully no one falls off this time. I've got my new race safe, so I'm very excited. And actually, I'll just show you sort of part of my outfit. This is a short-sleeved base layer. This is from a brand called DHB, which actually I bought for my cycling last year, but it's a really cool material and it's sort of it's really good in the winter as like a base layer, and in the summer it keeps you cool. And I had my race safe on yesterday with a vest, but actually because of the way the vest was cut, it was sort of like rubbing a little bit. So I thought actually what I'll do is wear a little t-shirt underneath. And they do actually recommend, when I got it fitted, they recommended you always wear a base layer. So I have this, and then I have my half-halt leggings because they have the really deep pocket and they're super comfortable to ride in for hours. So yeah, let's go say hi to Woody. Woo! Morning, Maxie. Not a care in the world. Morning, Poppet. How are you? Hiya, you good boy. No. Kisses. Go back, go on. He is honestly just so cute. So firstly, just taking off his pajamas, you might notice that he's in a different rug to my last video, and that's because the temperatures here in the UK have sort of shot up in the last week. It's about 20 degrees during the day and it's warmer at night, so he doesn't need his 100 gram anymore. He just has a cotton sheet on. He's also grown a little bit more hair. When he first arrived he was fully clipped, and now he's getting his summer coat through, so he has a little bit more coverage on him. So I'm just giving him a dry groom first before I take him over to the wash bay and try and get rid of some of those stains. Even though it's not a competition, I do still like him to look presentable when we go out away from home. So here's the lovely lorry. I actually set this up to show you me loading my tack in, but what we actually have here is Lynn and I discussing the water. We know it's going to be a hot day and we just wanted to make sure we have enough to offer the horses a drink, but also to wash them off after we get back from our ride. So with everything packed, we just needed to get the ponies on. I was a little bit apprehensive about loading Woody because the last time I loaded him, he was a little bit apprehensive about getting on. And I can only assume that that's because, you know, the last couple of times he would have been in a trailer before me, he's obviously gone from one yard to another and not gone back home. And I hope that by now he's got used to going in the lorry with Lyric and it becomes like a day trip. You might have noticed there as well that I was carrying my dressage stick in one hand, and this is not to tell Woody off or to reprimand him when getting on the lorry, but what I did before I brought him round to the lorry was actually make sure that he was really walking up by my shoulder and he was striding out, because my coach told me that this makes them a lot easier to load. If they're already kind of behind you and you're having to pull them forward, it's going to be very difficult to get a horse who's unsure on the lorry. So I had him walking up next to me, and as you saw, he went straight on, and as soon as he's on the lorry, every time he goes on now, he gets a carrot, and I hope that will be a good experience for him. And as you saw, a little celebration from me there. Hello, my darling. So the journey went pretty smoothly. We got lucky with traffic, and when we arrived it wasn't too busy in the car park. I'm also super lucky that Woody is super well behaved when in spaces like this, so I don't have to worry about him wandering off while I'm tacking up or getting him ready, and he seemed really excited to be in a new place, so I was feeling really excited by this point too. So in terms of tack, I just have my normal tack, my normal saddle and bridle. I had my stirrups quite long because I knew we'd be out for a while and that's more comfortable. I also had 2 separate tags, one on his saddle, one on his bridle, with his name and my personal information in case the worst happens and we got separated. He's also wearing his brushing boots for this ride. Are you excited? Are you excited? We're here, Lyric. All tacked up. Very excited. Are you excited, Woody? Yes. Got Lyric over here, and Lyric's bum, almost ready to go. Right, park at Tilford, beyond the green, Head south on Tilford Street, past the green pub and church, and the large car park is just on your left. Oh look, cross country. Oh wow, that's brilliant. I'm not sure if you caught what Lynn said just there, but she was pointing out that the house we just walked past was called Skyfall, after the Skyfall James Bond film. I didn't know this at the time, but where we were riding is actually where part of the Skyfall film was actually filmed. If you've seen the film, you might remember when James goes back to his childhood home in what looks like a Scottish Highland. And actually, when they shot the facade of the house, they shot it here in Hankley Common. Let me show you a few photos, and then as we ride round, see if you recognise the location.
Where do you want to go? I'm just...
Go up there?
Up the hill?
Yeah.
You said back the hill, didn't it? Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think so. Good boy. Bit of an adventure. Till we come to another landmark. Good boy. I think it was actually that left hand bridleway. Yeah, I think it's that.
This one?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Alright, we'll go round. We don't want to splash.
You're fine in water. I've walked you through a puddle before. Is it because it's dark? Woody. Good boy. Having a little look, are we? Good boy. Well done. Boy.
They're portaloos, they're scary portaloos.
I know. Should I get out the map, or do you want to just...
Let's have a look and see.
Can't see it there. Ride past Portaloos on your right, taking the wide second trail second left. Let me put this away. Good boy.
Come on, I'm not going to hurt you.
You're hiding behind Lyric. He will save me. He will look after me. Good boy. Out of bounds, military. I'm sure it said something about a military something or other. I mean, the bridleway's there, isn't it? So. I don't know if this is the same route, but I don't think it matters.
Let's
Get it at some point.
Yeah.
It said there was.
There's a barrier.
Yeah, it did say there was like a path at the end of a driveway. Hang on. That looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful path.
Going through the gates down there, maybe we should have gone left and gone this way and then gone round that way.
Perhaps. Yeah. Got my old map away. White monkey?
No little trot?
Yes. Can I put these back on? Right. Come on then. Oh, now he's awake. What does that say?
No horses. No horses?
Unless no A or V,
Alright.
A or 5 something unless something. I don't know.
Is that when they've got...
Unless connected with AR ops. Oh, no A or R. Yeah.
No.
A or B VHSs unless connected with.
AR ops.
I'm guessing that's like
I guess is-
military stuff.
Yeah, which I guess would be...
So if you didn't know, Hankley Common is also owned by the Ministry of Defence, which is why you might have seen a few military signs here and there. And this part of the nature reserve, I think, is where they actually did the filming for James Bond, the bit that we're just walking into now. I don't know about you, but this feels a lot to me like the area where that James Bond scene was filmed. By a stroke of luck, just before my GoPro ran out, we ended up on this peak where I got to show you an amazing view of the valley below. And I captured a little bit more on my phone as we headed back, so I'll show you that as well. Here we are heading back to the car park after a very successful ride. So I didn't set up my camera to show you us untacking because it was a hot day and I just wanted to get it off him as soon as possible. But here are the boys getting a carrot each, and then we washed them down before we popped them back in the box so that they could be comfortable for the travel home. Then of course it was boots on and time to get them back in the box and get them home. Just got back, taken off our travel boots. We're heading up to the field so they can have a bit of time out before they have to come in. And with that, the boys went out and Woody also had the next day off to enjoy in the sun. Thank you so much for joining us for our James Bond adventure. Next week, we have a clinic with Andy Thomas, former physio for Team GB and other Olympic athletes. See you then, next Friday, 4 PM BST.